25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the carry, it's Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Third down, Dalvin Cook. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
It's a pickup of 4 and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Here we go. Go to base. Mike. I'm on. Go. We got it.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Watch the shit.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. And he fields it cleanly. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Cook, he's got it off the draw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Mike, they're not ready for this, man. Go. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check 4. Check 52.
Now Cook running right. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throw left side complete. That's Strickland. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Fields. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Looking to throw. Fields. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18.
Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On 1st down, Fields. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Set, hut, Ferry. Check 53, Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Back to throw. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Rolling, and he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Man, that's trash. Shut up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Strickland. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Mike's 50. Mike's 56. Check right. 56. Mike, 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 12, Saints nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go,
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And that pick just sets them up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 6 yards away, as the Ravens push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half.
He's got a man complete. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 88 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ed Oliver coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of... And he's taken down! Back at his own 7. Ed Oliver, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Yeah, this defense rallies and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A give right side now to Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A 2-yard loss brings up third down and 12.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw on second down. Fields towards the end zone for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Watch 36. 36 to one.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
At the 19-yard line.
Check. 53 is mine. Who that? Who that?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
I'm scared.
2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Back to throw. He's going to look. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. 6-6. Mike Smith.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Now back to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Out to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Come on, boys, let's go. Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Stiff-armed him. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
I got you. I got you.
The 42-yard line.
Second and 3. Forced out and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. it simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put them.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Over the middle, complete. That's Strickland. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the gun, Fields. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Back. Hunt, 64. Wait.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now this is caught. He hits more. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
We want it.
2nd and 2. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And he completes it to Hunt. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation.
They got his man complete. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the dance. No man, the man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all Yeah, they can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs.